93 degrees at kickoff, 90% humidity as Dylan Brown will kick it deep to Henry Ruggs and Brian Robinson, and is fielded by an upback. Alabama will take it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tide from their own 25, playing the Aggies for the first time ever. Fake to Najee, and that's a pass out to Ruggs, who's got plenty of daylight. First play of the game. How many times have you seen this? 75 yards.
Get it to Huntley in space and turn him into a return man.
3rd and 8. Atkins barely has enough time, feeling the pressure from the Crimson Tide. First from Anthony Jennings, and it's a 3-and-out.
A true freshman had to slide in there and beat the signal caller for the defense in Dylan Moses' absence due to that ACL injury.
Peyton Theisler punting to Jalen Waddle. Waddle hasn't put a hand up, so he's coming towards the Aggies on this one with a flag down. He gets to the sideline. Got a cavalry in front of him, and again a flag down as Waddle will take it all the way to the end zone. So this one's coming back.
Carrying the return, blocking the back, receiving team number 28.
Under center to a faking to Harris. Has to step up with pressure, and he throws a low ball that's dug out by Devontae Smith, and Smith's past midfield. It's another Bama first down. And a 3rd and 7. Tua throws a strike inside the 35-yard line to Devontae. It's another Alabama first down. So now a 2nd and 10. And the handoff to Brian Robinson. And Robinson around the left side is met out of bounds by Lomax.
Good job there by Robinson of picking up the yards needed to convert.
The 21. Clean pocket for Tua to the end zone. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy again.
The inside linebackers for Bama did a great job.
Tackle on 4th down in the first quarter. And 2nd and 7, pocket collapsing for Atkins. He gets rid of it. That's a first down throw to Drew Dan for the Aggies. Let's go back to the studio.
Maintain this possession. Of course you want to score, but you also got to try to keep your defense off the field.
Atkins just has to throw it away, and it's 4th down. After a couple of Harris runs, it's 3rd and 4. And off his back foot, that is an incompletion. Hard to top in all of college football.
And they've all got incorporated in the offense, not necessarily with catches. You think of Devontae Smith with the fingers catch and a nice block earlier as well.
That was Skylar DeLong punting. Will Riker did it last week, but DeLong punts here, and that's 38 yards. And Aggies get it back.
Doing a good job of stopping the run early.
Atkins throws behind his intended target, Clark. It's another quick 3-and-out.
I got to tell you, it's a little bit of different circumstance here at Alabama, I think, than what we're seeing with some of these other programs. 2007 was a long time ago.
Oh, it goes through 2 receivers, and it's almost picked off. Jeudy and Waddle had a hand on that, and so did Shamad Lomax. What about Frank Speziani and New Mexico State's defense forcing back-to-back punts against this offense? DeLong with the flag down. Much better kick. It's a fair catch. And he came out to Las Cruces to call the defense.
Number 28, kicking team. A 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the succeeding spot. First down.
He was only there for 1 year, and I asked Coach Saban, I said, did Spaz lead any players? And he got a big laugh out of that, and he said, it's really hard to coach Navy players. The problem is when you're getting after him, there's a fumble down there. Let's see if Alabama came up with this. It is. It's Alabama's football.
Get a quick turnover.
And on cue, right up the gut, goes Harris inside the 30. It'll be marked out of bounds near the 22-yard line. Tua gets this off before the end of the quarter. He does. 3rd and 11 all day. End zone. Touchdown. Guess who? One of the best ever at wide receiver for the Crimson Tide, Jerry Jeudy, 23 yards. Too early for that. But I'm sure Kirby Smart is paying close attention. And how about this? Down to the ground goes Atkins as Anthony Jennings comes around the edge. If Alabama had a big game, they were playing it at Legion Field in Birmingham. Auburn, Tennessee, Penn State, Notre Dame, homecoming, weaker opponents were played here as Tua finds Ruggs, and Ruggs is past midfield, and he's out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
I guess. I mean, still no air conditioning?
A little hot, a little warm today after that big catch from Ruggs. Now Brian Robinson takes it inside the 25-yard line. 14 runs, 14 passes.
And they're balanced.
Perfectly, in fact. Sure to be broken on this play. 3rd and 13, and Tagovailoa throws to Ruggs, and after the catch he gets up near the 10-yard line. It's going to move the chains too after a 15-yard gain, first down. Seen Ali Cahoe, defensive player, come in as they get inside the 5. Won't have to worry about that this time. Just a pitch and catch with Ruggs for his second touchdown.
When we talked to Coach Saban, when's the last time you had 3 true freshmen down the middle of your defense? He couldn't think of a time. And they've got true freshmen that can play early.
35, Alabama was offsides here. It's a free play for Atkins. It looked like a defensive back came across.
Stephon Diggs, little brother, a hamstring issue for the Minnesota Vikings, may or may not be able to play in the opener. They talk every day, Trayvon said.
Catch is made by O.J. Clark, first down up to the 50-yard line.
What a ballistic rise in his career. 2 years ago, coordinating the defense at UT San Antonio.
Underneath throw, in stride, catch made just near the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 12, lofts one, picked off. Patrick Surtain.
That's some aggressive scheduling. That would definitely warrant a playoff consideration at the end of that season.
Can you imagine? 2nd and 7, Tua Tagovailoa, easy throw to Jalen Waddle, and he gets past the secondary up near midfield. Why would you not want him to know that he's
the other guys? I want the other guys to get all jealous.
29 yards. As Tua has been showing these wheels off in the first couple of games as Harris makes the catch up to the 40-yard line.
Well, what a great receiver number 22 can be for the Tide.
Go to Judy. Right near a first down marker. Najee there down near that score bug at the bottom of your screen. Tua looked that way, nothing was open. He takes off again, and watch this, all the way to the house. 25 yards. Atkins, pocket collapses, and so does he. That's LeBrian Ray with the sack. It's 4th down.
Pad his stats for this contest.
Theisler. This is fielded by Waddle, who is standing about 15 yards closer this time. Desperately wanted a shot. Now he's going to go to the other sideline. Now watch out. He's got a cavalry in front of him. And he'll run out of bounds just outside the 30-yard lines. He ran, 60, 70 yards.
The defense took it away from him versus Duke.
This one at the line of scrimmage. Just let Judy create. And he gets upended at the 30-yard line by Ray Buford. So it sets up a 4th down, and Will Reichard, who was 0 for 2 last week, he hit the right upright from 49 and the left upright from 48. Coach Saban is big on this guy. He's got a cannon for a leg, and from 47, he makes his first field goal as a member of the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide scoring at will in the first half on the first play. As Henry Ruggs went 75 yards, and that guy, Jerry Jeudy, already with 2 touchdowns. As the Tide is rolling here in T-Town in the home opener. First time New Mexico State had played in one in 57 years. They won, too, beat Utah State the Arizona Bowl 2 years ago, but being an independent program is so difficult as you have to travel all over the country and play some of the best teams. Huntley staying on his feet, still not tackled, past the 35-yard line.
I'm talking with Doug Martin. He was saying, we need to play games dangerous, especially when you've got a defender like Shaheem Carter.
Peyton Feisler will punt. Now Alabama has made an adjustment with Feisler's short punts with Waddle as the up return man and Trayvon Diggs back deep. And this is Diggs waiting for a fair catch, but somebody got in his way and a flag is thrown. So while this is marked down near the 12-yard line, it's going to be a flag after what was a 55-yard punt.
And then Evan Neal, who was a highly touted 5-star tackle, who's gotten both starts at left guard. Maybe that's what we end up seeing.
It's short of the first down, as you see there, about half a yard. Tide offense staying on the field. Tua under center is just going to plow forward. An easy first down for the Crimson Tide, following those man-eaters.
And when you've got new faces in new places, that's hard to get established.
It's a first down run for Robinson with Mac Jones warming that right arm up on the bench.
Yeah, it makes sense. 75 of that was to Henry Ruggs on what was a backwards pass.
Over 20 for 2 on the touchdown run. And it's Robinson. It'll be 1st and goal, Bama. Inside handoff, Najee breaking a tackle and scoring. So she was sitting on the couch last week after the loss to the Tar Heels.
Yes.
Gamecocks.
It was a tough time, but thankfully my mediocre grief counselors in Greg and Marcus sort of talked me through it, but not really, because they should not quit their day jobs for sure.
Especially given that injury to Jake Bentley. Unless Frank fracture in his foot, those things are nasty, take a while. And Helinski acquitting himself well.
Nick Saban's never won in Columbia. Some Tide fans remember what happened there in 2010. Nice pitch and catch across the middle of the field, and breaking free is Tony Nicholson, and he's inside the 5-yard line as Diggs prevents a touchdown. In an empty backfield, Atkins surveys the whole field, throws it out to Huntley, makes the man miss, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
We want to see him be able to overcome that adversity. We're able to do that.
2nd and 10. Hits this one in stride to Waddle. And it's a first down into New Mexico State territory. Alyssa, tell us a little more about this fiery sophomore at quarterback. 3rd and 3 with Judy in motion. The handoff goes to Harris. He moves the chains inside the 35-yard line. We've been talking about all these fresh faces.
Steve Sarkisian, who came from the Atlanta Falcons, along with Kyle Flood, the new offensive line coach. So there's familiarity amongst those coaches.
Devontae Smith, look at him changing direction there. And it's first down inside the 20 down to the 19. Charles Huff now coaching the running backs after Burns did such an amazing job. And the wide receiver coach has got to be smiling as Holman Wiggins watches Jerry Jeudy plow in for another touchdown.
Well, we saw it actually manifested on the field in week 1. That's encouraging. I think that they can push on it. I think they can build on it. Oh,
Maybe on Mitchell coughs up the football, and it's recovered by the Crimson Tide as Josh Jobe has it. More true freshmen on the field for Alabama. Pierce Quick, Darian Dalcourt on the offensive line, giving time for Jones, but Jones almost had that picked off by Lomax from 50, actually officially from 49 yards. And this one is straight through. He has found his stride now. Boy, look at the leg on Reichard, the freshman from Hoover, makes it 55-7. It'll be 3rd down. New Mexico State having to get up to the 35-yard line. Atkins lofts one up, but way too far in front of Warner. It's fourth down. Again, those are the other teams other than Alabama that can contend. There's a personal foul call, and Keelan Robinson takes the handoff, and he's got daylight. See ya! 74 yards for the true freshman from D.C. Ben Hicks Starkle, saw Chad Morris have two options at the quarterback spot. That is a whistled as an incompletion.
The guy who knows Chad Morris's offensive system.
Slade Bolden gets a chance to return this punt. Chrysler with a good one. It goes over his head. Roll dead inside the 10-yard line. 64 yards on third down today. To Robinson, and throw it out there to Mechie, and Mechie's met in the backfield by Jonathan Hood. It's fourth down. Marcus Lattimore on that team as well as Matt Romero now in at quarterback. And New Mexico State running down the field. That's Josh Foley, the running back, with a big game.
10 NFL draft picks this past season, second only to the 2018 draft, where they had 12 guys taken. Just turn over your coordinators every year. How many guys they had drafted his first year? 0. 2007, he wasn't as if he inherited a full cover.
Dylan Brown from 43, and it's 62-10 as the Aggies cut the deficit.
He might be one of those guys that just has the magic, finds ways to win.
That big hit by Kamate Kofi.
Bo Nix is contributing more broadly in that running game, and they get it figured out.
Guys, I think one of the more interesting questions, too, is this going to be one of the more difficult years for Nick Saban?
But their depth has been so strong. I'm not sure that they can, Pete Golding and Nick Saban can afford those kind of injuries. This year as Romero runs past the 50-yard line. He's been running hard as a backup tailback for New Mexico State, and he moves the chains.
Coach Saban doesn't waste any time, right? So here he is. He's taking a look at a guy who he might want to bring on, and it just so happens he's wanting to see how he would defend an offense that he was going to be coaching against, and also evaluating whether or not he wanted to hire Pete Golding.
Eli Anderson with the catch inside the 25-yard line.
Now a head coach, and of course Kirby Smart, the head coach at the University of Georgia, thought to be maybe the closest contender to Alabama here in the conference. You get Roy Lopez back, your best defensive player, did not play in this game at all. Javon Ferguson as well.
End around to Drew Dan. Dan is shoved out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
Comes on that edge pressure, gets a pass deflection.
Third and goal, 4 seconds left. Romero, too high, ball game over. The Crimson Tide win it 62-10. Alabama has won 84 straight versus unranked opponents. That is the longest streak in FBS history.